Getting water in the basement is never fun. In fact, it sucks. So we're going to talk about 3 easy preventative measures that you can take to make sure that you mitigate and hopefully eliminate any chance of you getting water in your basement.
This is Real Estate in Edmonton, helping you navigate buying, selling, investing, and living in Edmonton. Hosted by Realtor Devin Gray and professional broadcaster Tracie Gray.
Welcome, I'm Tracie Gray, and this is Devin Gray, award-winning real estate agent, and he's with eXp Realty Group as well as Mogul Realty Group. And so we're here to talk about getting water in the basement because we've certainly been there. That's happened to us, firsthand experience, unfortunately more than once. Yeah. We've had rental properties that have had water in the basement, our own living spaces that have as well. And so we want to try and help you to avoid that at all costs.
That's right. And so these 3 preventative measures are to help keep water away from the property. The best way to keep water out of a property is to keep water away from the property. It's important to also remember that concrete is porous. Water will make its way through cement and concrete just a little bit over time. And then, of course, obviously, older homes will get foundational cracks. And if you've got a fully finished basement, then it's tough to know that those cracks are there until it's too late. So preventative measure number 1 is start at the top. You want to get up on a ladder. You want to take out the roofing system, starting with the eaves troughs. Muddied up and cluttered and full eaves troughs will stop water from going where it's supposed to go, which is in the downspouts and out the drain and away from the property. A lot of people will get caught, especially with areas that have lots of trees, that they probably need to be up there almost twice a year in regards to cleaning out the eaves troughs. And where a lot of people, other people get caught is, oh, well, I don't have any trees around, so there's not really any of a problem. Well, we get a lot of wind in our area, and that carries debris, and you can get dirt. And you mentioned kids' tennis ball.
That's right. That actually happened to me once, cleaning out the gutter, and there was a tennis ball. And our neighbor's kid is like, oh, that's mine. We had no idea that it was up there.
You might end up with a bird's nest in there. So it's important to, gently remove whatever's in there. But it's really important to get up there at least once a year. The best time to do it is during your spring cleaning. You're getting out, you're looking at what you're going to do with the yard. You want to get up on a ladder, and you want to have a good look at the eaves troughs. Again, coming back to areas that have lots of trees, that's why for a very, very good investment, you might want to get one of those leaf guard systems where the leaves don't get into the eaves troughs. It still can potentially get a little bit of stuff in there, and you still want to get up there and take a look. But if you don't have that leaf guard system, then you definitely want to get up on the eaves.
And you may have even seen this just driving around. We've seen houses that the eaves troughs are so full with debris, you can actually see stuff growing in the eaves trough. It looks like a little planter.
It's an elevated garden system.
That's a good sign that you need to clean your gutter. So that's your house.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. And while you're up there, you might as well take a look at how the shingles are doing. You know that shingles are starting to go when they start to curl up. Now, if you can see that from down on the ground, then you're really in trouble. It means that you really need to get on your roof updating pretty quickly. But you can start to see when you're up close if they're starting to go. Sometimes you'll catch the odd missing shingle. And those are key things to catch to make sure that you don't have any water penetration anywhere in the house. But again, starting with those eaves, you really want to make sure that those are clean.
Yeah. Check for cracked shingles, missing ones, all of those things, eaves troughs. It's actually not that difficult to clean an eaves trough. And if you really don't want to do it, there's lots of companies you can hire for not that much money.
Yes.
It really is very affordable compared to what it would cost you if you get seepage of water into your basement. That can be thousands to tens of thousands of dollars as opposed to $100 to have someone come clean your gutters for you.
Most homeowners don't like to do preventative measures. They go, well, nothing's wrong. Well, in this case, it doesn't have to be very expensive. It's just about getting up on a ladder and having a look. And then we're going to work our way down from the eaves troughs into the downspouts and taking a look at the drainage. Now, a lot of times I'll come across houses that don't have water moving anywhere at all away from the house, or that they might have a drainage or a downspout that might move 2 or 3 feet away. You really want to be 6+ feet, ideally 8+ feet from the house to really get that water away from the house. If you have that downspout only 1 or 2 feet away, basically what you're doing is you're just concentrating that water like a waterfall going right down into that corner of the house and saturating the ground and putting in a position where the water has to go somewhere and it starts to work its way through any foundational cracks or even just seeping in through the cement. So you really want to push that water away from the house.
And make sure that the downspout is there,
Yeah.
because downspouts fall off. If people are mowing lawns, sometimes they turn them and that can make the whole thing come down. Winds can blow them down. I've seen it where neighbors go in people's yards and take theirs down because the downspouts pointed at their house. So
That's right.
make sure the downspout is there and pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, that's right. And so now finally that we're on the ground and we're dealing with the drainage, then the last thing, I mean, they're all important, but this one is very key, is grading. If you have level grading or inverted grading where the ground is actually going towards the house, again, you're creating this situation where the water is actually moving to the house and putting it right up against your foundation and putting so much pressure on there if the ground is saturated like it has been in our area with these record rainfalls, that the water has to go somewhere. And it starts to work its way into the house, either through foundational cracks, even just tiny little cracks, or just simply seeping through the concrete. And so it's important, certainly every probably 2 to 3 years, but definitely every 5 years to look at doing regrading. And you want a definite pronounced slope away from the house in order to basically have most of that water be moving again, that 4 or 5 feet away from the house.
Like we had a rental property that the foundation on it was so old that the concrete, the basement specialist said, had actually honeycombed. And it's because if you took a good look at the concrete, it actually made little shapes like honeycombs. And that was from years of water attacking it. And the water will actually come right through the concrete, even without like a big foundation crack or anything on it. But he said you don't need to replace it necessarily. Again, it would depend on your foundation itself. But even with it honeycombing, he said the best thing to do, clean out the gutters, check for the things that Devin was talking about, but then also to add ideally a sump pump because there wasn't one for that property. And so that can really help too. A lot of homes come with them now, but this was a very, very old house. And so it didn't have one. So adding a sump pump would help because he said you can't necessarily ever stop the water from coming in the house, but if you can keep it away from the foundation that it could seep through, then you don't have to worry about it. And so if the water is just running straight through the sump pump, it's not building up next to the foundation and coming in through something like a honeycomb concrete situation or cracks along the foundation as well.
Yeah, great points. And also another thing to take a look at, and of course, we all want our yards to look beautiful. And it's a lovely view of the house when you've got bushes and trees that are right up close to the house
Beds.
and flower beds. But that's attracting water or those plants are attracting water. And that means that that water is also really close to the foundation. So it's unfortunate, but you really don't want to have those flower beds and those bushes and stuff like that right up against the house. You're better off to pull that stuff away. Also big trees. They're those roots are going out all over the yard, and if they're able to find water close to the foundation, they're going to continue to push towards the house, and you might even start to get some roots pushing up against the foundation and causing some damage there as well.
Yeah, and then we've even added weeping tile. That same house that had the honeycombing concrete.
Right.
We added weeping tile to it as well, so that the water goes into the weeping tile along the border of the house, along the perimeter, and then that would take it to the sump pump and then away from the house. So you just want to try and get that water to not be standing or running along the house. Anything you can do to keep that off of there. And I know the flower bed one is tough because it looks so pretty when you've got flowers all around your house, but watering them right next to your house too, not good for your foundation.
So those are the 3 big preventative measures: the roof system, cleaning out your eaves troughs, the drainage, making sure the water is away from the house, and the grading. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about what happens if you do end up with water in the basement.
Yeah. So what can be a surprise for a lot of people is insurance policies don't automatically cover seepage from outside the house.
Yeah.
And so you should check with your insurance. If you're not sure if that's included, check with your policy because you might not be included on your insurance for water coming in from outside. So that's number one, what I would do right now is check that you're covered for that. The other
Excellent
thing
suggestion.
too is, like Devin said, as soon as you start to get water in the house, make sure that you, your family, anyone that's in the home with you is safe. If there's enough water where it's approaching electrical outlets, appliances, and that, you do need to turn the
Yeah.
power off in those areas to keep yourself safe. So number one, make sure that you're safe. Don't worry so much about your belongings. Just take care of yourself.
Yep.
Then the other one too is as quickly as possible, try and keep as much water out as possible. I don't think most people have sandbags kicking around their house,
No.
but if you can put those around to help block the water, most people don't have sandbags around. You can clear leaves or debris from window wells because window wells are usually built to help take the water out. But if you have leaves, sometimes newspapers, bags, stuff like that. I guess not newspapers anymore. That's dating me. But the flyers you get in the mail, those will build up in the window wells. Make sure all that stuff is cleared out, and then the window wells should be set up to help that water drain out.
Mhm.
But inside the house, what I've done when we've got water in our basement is a shop vac.
Yes.
Everybody should have a wet dry shop vac
Yes.
because
Have it
that
ready.
works amazing. And then another one too, I didn't have a shop vac when it first happened to me. And so I would put down towels where the water was coming in, and then I would pick the towel up and throw it in the dryer. I would run the towel over to the other
Rinse it
side of
out
the
first.
basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, wring it out really good, throw it in the dryer, run it over. And I just kept this going with every towel that I had, helping to soak up as much water to create the least amount of damage in the house. But though there wasn't enough water coming in that I had to worry safety wise for it. So this was a process that I kept doing. I think I put some blankets down and stuff like that too, whatever you can take to help soak up that water. But shop vac, if you do have a shop vac handy, that's another really good one as well. Take pictures and video while it's happening, contact your insurance company to start a claim, and they can help get a mediator override, or not a mediator,
An insurance adjuster.
remediator.
Oh, and a remediation team.
They'll
Yes,
get a
of course.
remediation team in to help you out because that is essential too.
Yeah.
Get a remediation team in because they know the process, they know what to do. Yeah, and then standing water, getting rid of that quickly. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, and ideally, if there's more than one person in the house, or you've got friends that are able to come and help you, is that it really is helpful to tackle those three preventative measures again. And then have people doing what Tracie was saying. So you really want to have somebody working to clean out the house, but at the same time, you're wanting to try to stop all that excess water coming in by getting that water away from the house. So while somebody's in the house or people are in the house, getting rid of that water through a pump or a shop vac or the towel idea that Tracie said, you also want somebody outside getting those eaves troughs cleaned, ultimately the grading and getting that drainage moved away. And then that way because keep in mind, like water is an amazing thing. It just never stops. And so if you've got water coming in and you don't have any way of pushing that water away from the house, it's just going to keep coming in, and you're just dealing with the symptoms and not necessarily dealing with the issue. So you really do kind of want to set up two fronts, so to speak. One, getting that water away, and two, obviously doing what you can to mitigate what's happening inside. And first off, minimizing the water damage, keeping yourself safe, and working on a cleanup.
Yeah, and fans are a good one for helping to
Yes, once you've
dry
got
up
all
water
the
quickly.
yeah, that's
But
right.
don't put them anywhere where it is wet. Have them far enough back. Again, keep all electrical out of the wet areas. You don't even want to walk through it holding something that's plugged in. So fans are a really good one. Dehumidifiers, if you have access to one. Once the rain has stopped, open the windows and let the air come in and help to dry that too. Any belongings that you do have in the area, once everybody's safe, once you've contacted insurance, once you've started measures to help prevent water from coming in or sopping up what is there, then you can start to move belongings out of the affected area to get those out of there. And that'll help stop them from getting water damage. And yeah, those are the best steps that we recommend and that we have done. You might have some more, which you can throw in the comments. We would love to hear them because any measures that you can take to help stop water coming in, it's the worst.
Not only what we've done in the past, but just with recent situations, helping clients and seeing what other people have been doing with all the water damaged basements that I've seen over the course of the past couple of weeks. These are the steps you've got to take to try to get that basement cleaned up and also keep that water away from the house. The other thing as well, great suggestion on the fan is an ozonator. If it does start to get a little bit mildewy in there,
I love that ozonator.
the ozonator is
The
basically
filter.
kind of cleans the air. It kind of dissipates some of the smell.
Well, yeah, and because you have to watch for mold. That's a whole other.
That's a whole
That's
other
a whole
discussion.
other thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
You have
right.
to- you
Which
have
is
to
really
watch for
why
that,
we're
but-
trying to say all this other stuff. You want to get that clean and dry as quickly as possible, because
Yeah.
if there's any area that, and this is another topic for another time, but mold likes dark, damp places. So you don't want any dark, damp places, or you will start to have some mold.
Well, and that one rental property that I was talking about already that we had water come in, one of the ways that we knew there was water coming in inside the walls was there were mushrooms growing on the baseboards.
Yes.
That's a pretty good sign that you've got some water coming in. So
We're
yes,
ready to open up a farmer's market in there.
at least make a salad,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Basement mushrooms, the yum yum. Hey, you gotta make lemonade, right? When
That's
you get when the world throws you lemons. When it throws you rain,
Yeah.
make a mushroom salad.
That's right.
We did not eat the mushrooms.
No.
We did get them out of there, got it remediated, all fixed up. And now we know the steps to take to help keep water out, but it can still happen. But hopefully watching this, you won't ever have to get seepage in your basement, no matter where you're living at. These are the steps that we recommend to help prevent it from ever happening.
Yeah. All right. We hope that's been helpful. So thanks for joining us on Real Estate at Edmonton, where we talk real estate and real life. Till next time.
Thanks for watching.